Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Leslie, and you are in my kitchen at the moment, but we may not be in here all day. So let me tell you, today's video is going to take a little bit of a turn from what I had planned. I had planned to decorate my house for fall. Again, we YouTubers like to do things a little bit early, just to give you guys, something to go to. Look, the cabinet door's open. I'm going to show you my kitchen in a second. But the reason I got it is I have stuff laid out on my table. Now, there is going to be a little bit of decorating in this video, or at least we may go look at some more decorations. Every cabinet in here is open. Anyway, but I was going to come in here and clean the kitchen because it is a mess. Let me show you my kitchen, how bad of a mess it is. And I'll tell you why it's a mess. Look. 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 Everywhere. Mess everywhere. Okay, so let me tell you why it's a mess. Well, Bryant cooked supper. He wanted to cook supper. Anytime Bryant cooks, like, I clean as I go. He doesn't know how to do that. And, but his supper was delicious. He made ribs, he made asparagus, baked potatoes. It was absolutely delicious. It was so good. I'm not even complaining about the mess because it was so good. It was so good. So anyway, not only did he cook supper, but I came in with a huge load of groceries. And we were in the middle of finishing up supper and getting ready to clean up from supper and to finish putting groceries away when my smallest grandson came by. And they walk over because they live next door. He walked over to our house, and it was our youngest one. And I always I haven't seen them. They've been at school all day. And so when they come over, I like to at least for the first 15, 20 minutes, give them undivided attention and just let everything else. I never want them to feel that I picked something over them. And so I kind of finished up whatever I had in my hand at that moment. I went and sat down with him, asked him about his day, played with him. He brought me a rock. His big thing is rocks. He loves rocks. He'll just go out in the driveway and pick up a rock, and that's his rock. So hang on one second. I got a phone call coming in. Okay, sorry about that. Bryant was calling, and I was calling to tell him that my plans had changed for the day. But anyway, he brought me a rock. So I sat down and played with him for a little bit. I then get up, and we're going to start cleaning the kitchen and finish putting the groceries away and everything. And in about 5 minutes after I started, my other grandchild comes. You could hear him screaming coming in the back porch and the door. And he was sobbing. He was crying. And we have a hay barn between our house and their house. And some of his toys get left at the hay barn. And he was playing with some of his toys. And he opened one up. The seat must open up or something. Anyway, there was some sort of bees or something, and he got stung. Bless his heart, he has been stung 5 times this summer. Within, 2 different times. It only happened 2 different times. But last night he got stung twice. The first time he got stung 3 times. And the first time he got stung, it was in my house. A wasp had gotten in my house, and I don't know if it was, I don't know. It was on the ground, and he laid his foot on it, and it stung him 3 times. That was the first time. His foot swelled up. It was terrible. Last night, he just got stung twice. It was in the fat of his leg. So that was, of course, there's not much fat on that child. But anyway, it wasn't as bad as his foot. And so immediately our attention went to him. And so we worked with him and helped him calm down. I got him, some ice. I called Caroline. I said, I can't find my Benadryl. Can you bring some over? Caroline is my daughter if you're new here. But anyway, so the rest of the night was I dealt, you know, I took care of him. And I put him in the bathtub, and bless his heart. Anyway, it was... And then, so Caroline and Jamie came over. They brought the Benadryl. We hung out for a little while. And then Bryant had to go check the chickens. He took the boys to check the cows and the chickens. And anyway, the night got away from us. Let me just say that. And then we were tired. And so I said, well, I've got tomorrow, because I'm going to do a decorating video tomorrow. Y'all, I talk a lot, so just love me anyway. And so I'm going to do a decorate video tomorrow, and I can clean up the kitchen tomorrow. Blah, blah, blah. I filled up the dishwasher once. I did start the dishwasher, but I still now haven't, once I take it out, I've got more to go in it. But anyway, so I was getting ready to get dressed for the day and get started on my stuff today, and Caroline called and said, Mom, will you go with me to my doctor's appointment? They're going to do an ultrasound and so forth. Those of you who don't know, Caroline is my daughter. She has 2 little boys, Judah and Levi. I just told you about them. My only 2 grandchildren. The beginning of this year, in January, she was expecting, and on January 1st, she miscarried. It was either the 1st or the 2nd. She miscarried and was devastated, because they had been trying for a long time to get pregnant with their 3rd and more than likely last child. And she miscarried. So we had a devastating start to 2024. Anyway, fast forward a couple of months, she finds out she is expecting again, and the baby is due on Thanksgiving Day. How appropriate is that? And she's 20-some weeks along now. I'm not exactly sure how far along she is right now. I hadn't figured it up. But today, she does her, you know, where they drink that stuff to check for gestational diabetes. She has an ultrasound and a regular doctor's appointment. So she said, Mom, will you go with me? This is more than likely her last child. And it could very possibly be the last time I get to go to an ultrasound. And so I said, my kitchen can wait. The decorating can wait. Me and my YouTube family, we're going to a doctor's appointment. So come on, we're going to go. We're going to have fun. And then we may run to Marshall's or Hobby Lobby afterwards. There's a few things I know that I want as far as decorating, or I could possibly need. So we're going to go to those. I'm going to see if she'll go with me to those 2 places afterwards, and I'm going to film the whole time. So long intro to tell you we're going shopping and we're going to a doctor's appointment. All right, everybody, we're in the car. Caroline is driving, and we are headed to her doctor's appointment. The first thing they're going to do is she's got to drink that stuff to check for gestational diabetes, and then, yes, her glucose test. And then we are going to do her ultrasound, and then her doctor's appointment. So do you find out before you leave if you failed her fast?
I think so.
Okay. So we'll see. She has failed actually with Judah and Levi. The first time they did the test, on both of those, she failed. So
the 1 hour test.
The 1 hour test. So we're fully expecting she'll probably fail this one too. But so she usually has to go back and do it a second time.
It's a 3 hour one that time.
And then she has to wait 3 hours. And that's the one she passes. So she's never had gestational diabetes. She's just always failed the first test. So we're fully expecting her to probably fail it, but hopefully not, because that stuff, if you've ever drunk that stuff, it is bleh. So, all right.
Flat soda.
Yeah, it's gross. So we're headed to the doctor's office, and we will see you there when we get there.
Here we go.
Let's see you take the first sip.
I gotta drink it in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. She's got to chug it.
It's only 10 ounces. I can do it. That is gross.
Last sip going down. She did it.
I did it. He's moving a lot, so.
We've got too much longer to go.
Nope.
Side. This way. Purple. Hand and foot. I did that.
Now we're just waiting for the doctor. I believe we'll schedule her date at some point today. Do they do it in here or out at the desk? So we may schedule her delivery date today.
Baby is in the 97th percentile.
He's huge. He's going to be a big baby. Judah was fairly normal.
I've told him from day one that they had my date wrong.
She has. She told him, I'm further along than what y'all are saying. And she's actually measuring 3 weeks bigger than what he should be. So either they'll take her early, or he's going to be really big. One or the other. But Judah was a little bit bigger than average, but fairly close to average.
But he was also 2 weeks late.
And Levi was a week early, and he was almost 10 pounds. So this one, if it goes as their dates are correct, it'll be 10 pounds or more. They just took her blood to see if she's sweet, so hopefully we'll find out before we leave. She knows she's sweet, but guess what, everybody? She passed.
I don't have to drink that stuff again.
It had to be less than 135. Hers was 131. So, yay. So Caroline said she switched up the flavors this time.
I did the orange with both Judah and Levi.
And she failed.
And I failed. This time I did the lemon lime. So there might be something to do with that dye in there. And also I fasted since 8 o'clock last night. So I fasted quite a bit. No starchy food or carby
she did
food.
good. But anyway, she passed. All is well. Now we're just waiting for the doctor to come in and do their check. After Caroline and I left the doctor's office, we decided to hit up Hobby Lobby and then Marshall's. I was looking at all the kitchen towels. I wasn't sure what this was, but it's a little like off-center tablecloth. It was so cute. And these were little towels that I think they get soft when you wet them. I thought they were really pretty. They had lots of neat little fall stuff together gathered together. And, but little neat fall stuff that I would really love to have. But it's one of those things that I love them all. It's hard to decide what to get. And of course, I love the blessed and thankful signs because that sums me up one side and down the other. I am so blessed by the Lord and so thankful to Him for everything. Here are the pumpkins. I thought this one was so cute, but it didn't scream fall to me. It had all the other colors in there, but I'm just a traditional brown, orange, green fall person. But I do like a little hint of blue that or green that they're putting into fall nowadays. I do like that. And I have some blue pumpkins that you will see hopefully one day when I get to decorate. Oh, I just loved this picture. And Caroline said, Mom, I can paint that for you. I just thought that was beautiful. And that one and the one up above that's just trees. I love all of these pictures. And there's that orange and green with that hint of blue that I like. And mushrooms, like I said before, are trending this year. A lot of you said it takes you back to 60s and 70s, and that is correct. And I love plaid. These reminded me so much of my mom. She would have loved something like this. I love these natural looking pumpkins. I did not buy any just because they were a little pricier than I wanted to spend, but I really, really love those. Now, Caroline and I were talking about this color palette. I love it, but again, it doesn't scream fall to me for some reason. I just really like the browns and the oranges. And now I love this. Absolutely love this. And these were so beautiful. I was thinking about all the things we could do with these canisters. And in just a minute, you'll see some black ones that I thought were really pretty. They're very rustic looking, I thought. And here we are checking out. Caroline got a lot of stuff for the baby's room, and she did such a good job. We live near the zoo. When Judah was born, we did his nursery and farm animals, and with Benji being born, we're going to do it in the zoo animal themes, and I think these were so cute. This is a little shelf that hangs, and she's got 2 stuffed animals, a lion and a giraffe, I believe, and we're going to set him on that shelf. Look at this lamp. Is that not adorable? And here are some more pictures, the giraffe and the elephant. Everything in the baby section was 50% off. She did really good. Yes, it's a giraffe and a lion. That's what we're going to sit on that little shelf. And she did get her a little bit of fall. Of course, she's already decorated for fall, but she got her a little floor mat. Bryant knew that I was coming shopping. He didn't know Caroline was going to buy anything. I think I ought to take a picture of this buggy and send it to him, and he'll have a heart attack. What do you think?
Telling you bought it all.
I bought it all. I think I'm going to send Bryant a picture of the buggy and not tell him Caroline bought anything. Just tell him that it's all mine. He'll say, how much did you spend? No, I'm just kidding. We're going into one more store. We're going to go over to Marshall's. I have the yellow pillows that I use at fall on my couches, but I've left them out all year and used them for spring. I've used them for every season except for Christmas. So I kind of want to change them. So let's see if they have like any of that dark green or maybe a burnt orange color, or maybe even a pretty brown. We're going to go into Marshall's and see. If not, I'll just use my yellow ones again.
Nursery stuff, by the way, was 50% off, so I didn't do that bad.
Yes, she did great on the nursery stuff. Everything was 50% off. It was wonderful. I mean, she decorated a nursery very cheap, for less than $100. It was wonderful. I mean, she did great. Alright guys, we're waiting in this ridiculously long line, but hopefully it'll move fast. But Caroline has found even more stuff for the baby.
Look.
It's velour. Is that not adorable?
We're skipping the newborn because he's going to be a big baby.
Little long sleeve onesies. And when we have him out Christmas tree shopping, we can bundle him up. All right, I have made it home from this super special and fun day. Caroline got lots of stuff for the baby. She has done so good to be 30 weeks along, or almost 27, 28, somewhere around there, weeks along, and not to have bought really anything. So we decorated a nursery today, and she got some clothes. So she did really good. But I thought I'd show you what I bought. I decided to leave my yellow pillows out because the orange ones I found were expensive and I would need 4 of them. So I'm just going to leave my yellow ones out. But I did find a beautiful pillow to go in the center. And it has this beautiful pheasant. And Bryant will tell you that is my favorite bird. I think it is absolutely beautiful. So I love this. And a little nod to the trendy mushroom, but not overpowering. It's mostly pumpkins, but You know, mushrooms are trending now, so, but I think it's beautiful. Do you like it?
Beautiful.
Bryant's looking at it, and he's laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me? Because of the pheasant?
Yes.
He thinks I'm crazy, but I think they're beautiful. All right, so that was at Marshall's. Let's go to Hobby Lobby. This was the biggest thing I bought. The other things were just small things. But I thought that was really pretty. I've always wanted a tobacco basket. And I wanted a big one. But I thought we'll start with a small one. And I just thought this was pretty. So, do you like that?
I like that.
Bryant's on the other side of the camera, so I'm looking at him. He says he really likes that.
I like that.
Okay, then, really, the only other thing I got was I have some vases that I leave usually pretty plain, but I wanted to put some stuff in it. So, I got some of this, like, muted eucalyptus, and it's real. And there's a reason I searched for real. Because I can smell it. And then I bought some other picks that I thought were super pretty. This one has some acorns. If you're from North Carolina, it's acorns in it. And then we have some of I bought several of these with the cattails, or I'm not sure. Hey, but listen, let me tell you, before you buy these, if you go and buy these, they shed. And so just know that up front that they do shed. And let's see, there's the rest of those. I got one little hydrangea just to kind of stick in the middle of that arrangement. And I don't know if this is like, what would you? Sweetgrass or sweetwater grass, or I don't know what it is. But these all will go together to make an arrangement in that vase that sits over at the front door. Let's see. Oh, and the only other thing I bought this trip. Now, I've been in several other trips, but this trip is for the boys. I have over there on they have a piece of furniture in here that I keep their toys stuck in. And on top of that piece of furniture is a glass candy dish. They've never broke it, and they know how to open it. But since it's fall, I thought it was time for some candy corn. So I got some candy corn to go in their candy box. But that is it. Listen, I've run out of time to do any decorating, so we will save that for another whole video. But I did want to show you what I got. And Caroline and I had a super special day. It was wonderful getting to see that sweet little Benji on the screen. And for those of you who don't know, if I haven't already told you, she did lose a baby in January. I think I've already told you guys this, but this baby is a baby of promise. And so it was super sweet to see him like raise his little hand and scratch his nose, and his little face was on the screen. So it was just a very special day for a mother to be able to go and witness that. She has an ultrasound just about every time she goes. So Jamie has gone to just about all of them. I did get to go to this one because Jamie was at work. And it was a good day. She passed her glucose test. It was just a really good day. And her C-section is scheduled. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Remember, the grease is hot enough. You can fry anything. And we're going to be doing some more cooking next week. More fall cooking. Hey, I have a big video coming on an easy item, but we're going to make like 3 or 4 different kinds. So it's going to be a great week next week. So thank you for joining me. Hey, remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.